Let's get you the latest on the South Sudan peace process. The United Nations has cautiously welcomed the agreement between President Salva Kiir and opposition leader Riek Machar. The peace deal was signed in Khartoum early this week. The first phase of the accord is a ceasefire that's due to come into effect on Saturday. Our UN correspondent Liling Tan reports from New York.
A day after South Sudan's rival leaders signed the Khartoum Declaration of Agreement, the UN weighed in on what this development means and what needs to be done moving forward. Now, the agreement is being touted as a peace deal as it includes the promise of a permanent ceasefire within 72 hours and the formation of a transitional government. It also includes provisions for humanitarian access.
While the declaration broadly deals with all the contentious issues, further discussions are needed to iron out details to ensure that this time the parties implement the agreement under an effective implementation mechanism.
While the agreement is not a final peace accord, there is hope that it could help end the conflict that has killed tens of thousands of people and displaced nearly 4.5 million people, according to the UN Refugee Agency. That's more than a third of the population. And fighting in the country has intensified an already severe food crisis as the country approaches the peak hunger season.
Hunger and malnutrition have reached record levels, and 1.75 million people are on the brink of a catastrophe. By the end of July, more than 7 million people could be severely food insecure in the absence of sustained assistance and access, according to the latest food security analysis.
Security Council members also voiced concern about the continued attacks on aid workers and peacekeepers. A UN Blue Helmet from Bangladesh was killed just this week when the aid convoy he was escorting came under fire. Liling Tan, CGTN, New York.